Knowing only the most important Vim command is fine if you never want to use Vim. But of course, the purpose of this section is to give you minimum viable Vim. So let's see how to use Vim to edit a file. We can type cd to get to our home directory. I'm already there, but it's probably a good idea just to be sure. And now we're going to edit a file that probably already exists on your system. It's a configuration file for the profile used by the Born Again shell, or bash. This was discussed in Learn Enough command line to be dangerous, but you can see here, if you look closely, that it says bash. That's the name of the program running the command line here. And there's a file called bash profile. Let's look at it. I put in a -a there. I don't think that's actually necessary if you're listing it directly. Let's take a look. Now, it'll list it even without the -a. But the reason I put in the -a is because in order to list this as part of a full listing, for example, like this, you need to include the -a because the bash profile file, by virtue of starting with a dot, is hidden. This is the sort of thing you should be able to understand if you finish to Learn Enough command line to be dangerous. All right, let's open up that file with Vim. Now this is my copy of bash profile. Yours will certainly differ. For now, let's not worry about the other content though. Let's start by learning a command to insert text in Vim. Now there are several ways to do this, but for a minimum viable Vim, we're only going to learn one way, which is to press the I key for insert, like this. You can see at the bottom here, at least on my system, it's changed to the word insert. That change is system dependent, but the behavior we're about to look at is not. This behavior is universal for Vim. At this point, I can start typing. Just putting in some lines with returns, and I can even do this, return and then an arrow key. What happened there is pressing I changed from normal mode to insertion mode. To get back to normal mode, we just hit the escape key. To move around, we can use the arrow keys like this. And we can use 0 like this to get to the beginning of a line, or $sign to get to the end. There are a huge number of ways to move the cursor in Vim, but these are the ones that I consider essential.